Son of Man. The stories of the Savior, of holiness with human hands. Where's your voice? No ear has heard, no eye has seen the image of the Father, until heaven came to live with me. A rescue like no other. Yes, you are worthy. You are worthy of your name. Yes, you are worthy. You are worthy of your name, my Jesus. You did not speak, you made no sound. You died for your accusers, and as your word fell to the ground, you redefined my future. And on the day that you rose, the darkness ran for cover. Oh, the King of Kings reclaimed his throne. Now we tell forever. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are worthy of your name. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are worthy of your name, my Jesus. Cause you're my Alpha, my Maker, my ransom, my Savior, my rescue, my hiding place. Cause you're my helper, my healer, my blessed Redeemer, my mentor, my saving grace. Cause you're my hope in the shadow, my strength in the battle, my anchor for all my days. You said you stand by my side, you stood in my place. Jesus, no other name. It's only Jesus, no other name. Yes, you are worthy.
What you've learned, place Patrick's name in there. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in Patrick, practice these things. What you've learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things. You need role models. You need people, leaders in your life that are going to challenge you. I've been talking to Patrick a little bit about an associate of ours that works at a different church. And I told him, I said, this dude thinks completely different than I am. He is so weird. Like, it's nuts. Like, I have a conversation with him, like, what? Like, I didn't even think about that. Is that solution exists somewhere? How did you even come up with that? But I keep him close. And I call him constantly because he doesn't think like me. Let me tell you, and look at me. The number one issue that each generation has, and it's gradually getting worse, and it's going to get better eventually, I'm positive, because it's just going to implode and whatever, or Jesus is going to come back. But quit surrounding yourself with people that agree with you. Quit surrounding yourself with people that agree with you. It's okay to be around people who think differently than you. It's okay to surround yourself with people that are going to sharpen you and challenge you because they think something different. That doesn't mean that you need to go along with them, because then now you're in a group that agrees with you. You're just being the agreeable one. Find people that sharpen you. I have certain specific leadership traits that when I'm hiring people for my ministry, I make sure they don't have those same traits, because I want them to fill the gaps where I can't. And that's wisdom. I'm giving you that for free. Go find people that are going to sharpen you. Go hang out with people that you don't normally hang out with and just pick their brain. And if they're really weird, you're like, okay, why? Ask a lot of questions. You'd be amazed what kind of friendships you'll find in that. You'll find the same thing when you talk to some of those older folks in the church. Like I was telling you, go find the oldest person and figure out how they've lived this long. Because some people are going to say stuff that are just totally crazy and weird and interesting, but it might be stuff that you need to have spoken into your life. Don't be the person in this youth ministry that folks are like, hey, you had the opportunity to do great things for the Lord, and I can tell I saw those opportunities, but I also saw where you chose something different. And I tried to come to you and tell you, hey, I think something's going wrong. I think you need to change, or asking you some questions. You got all defensive with me. And you immediately started saying, no, but so-and-so is so much worse than I am. But so-and-so does this stuff, so what I'm doing is not bad. Be the person that's prepared. I kind of hate that he's here because I'm going to brag on him because his head's just going to get really big. But Skylar was the most prepared person out of all of this. And it wasn't just because of me. He's extremely athletic. He swims. And so, like, I tried to do one of his workouts and nearly died. But dude never broke a sweat. Dude never breathed heavily. And he thought that to be a leader, it meant to champion in front of everyone else. Say, hey, look what I can do. Follow me. And it seems like that fits. But at one point, I grabbed him by his shoulder straps on his backpack, and I looked him right in the eye and said, you suck at leadership. And I was just, man, we were locked eyeballs to eyeballs, and it was like 30 seconds. It seemed like we were just staring at each other. I'm like, gah. And I told him, being a champion for the people isn't leadership. That's not saying it's not a good thing. But if you want to lead someone, leadership is helping someone accomplish something that they don't think they can do. You don't have to receive the glory for it. Leadership is helping someone accomplish a better relationship with the Lord. Right? Does that mean that you shouldn't champion for them too? What I'm saying is that you don't have to be the best to encourage others to be better. That's part of your preparation too, because maybe you're ready for this. Maybe you're prepared. Maybe you're fired up. But I can tell you with confidence, if you are ready to go, that means someone in this group is not, and you need to be the encouragement that gets them where they need to be. If you're not where you need to be, then you need to seek out leadership within this group It doesn't even have to be with adults. Again, your friends are just as dumb as you are. I get that. We had that conversation. But you can still sharpen one another and prepare one another. Because maybe you need that encouragement. So reach out for it in humbleness. But prepare yourself, because the enemy is preparing this week as well. You're going to get home. Like I said, your parents are going to be like, well, you didn't clean your room before you went to camp. What the heck? You're going to go back to your boyfriend or girlfriend, and they're going to be like, hey, I don't know if this is really going to work out. Or maybe you felt convicted this week to end that relationship, and it's not going to go as you planned. And you have to stand firm in your faith in dealing with that. Maybe there's somebody that when I said you need to get up and forgive them, you're like, I could, but they're not here. Maybe when you get back, that's what you need to do, is go handle that business with them. Maybe that's not going to go the way that you planned, but you have to stand fast in what you're going through this week. Raise your hand if you feel like you have someone that is here that can sharpen you next week. Because if you don't, find one. If you're like, hey, you know what? I don't really fit in. This is weird. Some people, I've tried and, I'm awkward or they're awkward or I'm annoying or they're annoying and it's not working out. Talk to an adult leader. That can be weird too, but they can help. I promise. Find someone that next week you can text, you can call and go, hey, how are you doing? How can I pray for you? Has camp come back to bite you this week like Will said it was going to? Has the world attacked you? How can I pray with you? How can I champion for you? You know what? You've had a rough week. Let me go buy you some ice cream. I'll have a rough week if you'll buy me ice cream. Sharpen one another, y'all. Prepare yourselves. Prepare your hearts. Because this school year is the most important school year you've ever been a part of. It is your 9-month mission trip to the world. Even if you're homeschool, some of you are in homeschool and you have co-ops, minister to your co-op. If you're just straight homeschool and you're just in your home, you still get out of the house. You still go and interact with people. Sharpen the others in this group and go find a way to minister to their friends if you need to. Bring them along with you and yours. Stand up.
All my words fall short. I've got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? I could sing these songs as I often do. Every song must end.